Hello everyone, this is Mr. Steelix, your girl, here with another VGC beginner guide featuring Zacian. Zacian is a Generation 8 restricted legendary that specializes in incredible offensive pressure by bringing blistering speed and an attack stat that few Pokemon in the game can rival. But first, let's kick it off with a general breakdown on what makes Zacian unique. Zacian has two forms depending on the item it's holding. The Hero of Many Battles form is a pure fairy type with a stat total of 660. However, when Zacian holds the Rusted Sword, it transforms into the Crowned Sword form upon entering battle. In this form, Zacian becomes a Fairy Steel type, gains an extra 30 base attack and 10 to base speed, while its Fairy Steel typing grants it 9 resistances and 1 immunity. Zacian's signature ability is Intrepid Sword. Intrepid Sword automatically boosts Zacian's attack by 1 stage when it enters the battle. However, this ability only activates once per battle, so switching out and back in will not reactivate the boost. Zacian's signature move is Behemoth Blade. Behemoth Blade is a 100 base power physical steel type move with 100% accuracy. To access Behemoth Blade, Zacian must know Iron Head and be holding the Rusted Sword item. Now that we've gotten the general breakdown out of the way, let's move on to building, teammates, and how to use Zacian. Zacian has a fairly set in stone role as a fast, hard-hitting physical attacker, but its most impressive aspect really boils down to its incredible speed, which allows it to outpace a majority of other Regulation I threats and deliver potential one-hit knockouts before they even get a chance to move. Our first Zacian build sports an EV spread of 100 HP, 252 attack, and 156 speed with a jolly nature. This amount of speed investment and nature gets Zacian to a speed stat of 206, which guarantees it to outspeed all Pokemon with a base speed of 135 or less, which includes Pokemon like Miraidon, Koraidon, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. Our moveset includes Behemoth Blade, which is our primary stab move that deals massive damage regardless if it's neutral or super effective. Play Rough, our stab fairy type move for hitting Dragon, Dark, and Fighting types. Sacred Sword, a fighting type coverage move that also ignores opponent's stat boosts, perfect for dealing with the commonly picked Zamazenta. And Protect, an essential move for avoiding fakeouts, stalling out Trick Room, or baiting attacks from your opponent. It should be noted that another move option that can be subbed in for Sacred Sword is Terra Blast. This move allows Zacian to have powerful coverage stab moves, especially when using Terra Ground, to counter dangerous fire, steel, and electric types. For our second build, we focus on using bulkier spreads with greater HP investment in order to take advantage of the move Swords Dance. This move allows Zacian to go from a +1 attack to +3 in a single turn, making it a lethal sweeper that can catch your opponent off guard and dictating the pace of the game. Zacian has many Terra types it can run, but here were some of my favorite options that I recommend. Terra Ground. This type was already mentioned above, but it is indeed a great option for navigating away from its common weaknesses while giving it offensive options into fire, steel, and electric types. Terra Water. A great neutral defensive option that also has the plus side in patching up Zacian's fire type weakness. A general positive note for Zacian is how well balanced it is as a Pokemon, making it easy to place on most teams, especially when looking at the current meta. But some specific teammates that pair nicely include Rillaboom, offering key support with grassy terrain to heal allies and weaken Earthquake, while Grassy Glide can pick off dangerous ground types, and Fake Out Pressure to help position Zacian safely. Urshifu Rapid Strike, which breaks through opposing ground, fire, and steel types that are terrible matchups for Zacian with its water and fighting stab moves. While Zacian is a powerhouse on its own, pairing it with the right restricted Pokemon in Regulation I can elevate your team to the next level. Here are some of the best legendary partners to consider. Kyogre. This classic duo, codenamed Swordfish, pairs well thanks to Kyogre's Rain, which reduces Zacian's fire type weakness, while threatening opposing ground and fire types with Water Spout. Zacian in return walls grass and dragon type Pokemon that can cause major trouble to Kyogre as they resist its water type moves. And Miraidon. This is another dual offensive core sporting a special attacker opposite of Zacian's physical attack. Electric Terrain plus Electro Drift pressures water types that Zacian has a problem going into, while Zacian handles Miraidon's fairy and dragon type weaknesses with ease. Zacian is a textbook example of what a strong Pokemon should be. Fast, powerful, and excellent defensive typing that can be played into a multitude of teams, making Zacian an amazing choice in Regulation I. This concludes our VGC beginner guide focused on Zacian. If you liked what you watched, feel free to drop a like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. It helps out a lot. Thank you for watching.